Right here at 5:30, the latest in a slew of bills targeting the LGBTQ community would penalize doctors and mental health care workers for providing gender-affirming services for anyone under 18 years old.
House Bill 470 was introduced in Frankfurt on Tuesday of this week. The bill would strip health care and mental health care providers of their license if they provide the gender-affirming services. Health care providers could also be charged with a felony if they give the services and fail to report it. WHAS 11's Bobby McSwine today has been talking to a psychologist and a family who've been hoping this day would not come.
It makes me wish that we were still talking about field hockey.
Jennifer Alonzo and Brian Wales longed for last year when their daughter, Fisher Wales, fought for the right to stay on the Westport Middle Field hockey team. At the time, a bill that would block transgender athletes like Wales was making its way through Frankfurt.
After last year, we had a sense that this stuff was a possibility.
But they weren't fully prepared to hear that their child could now be barred from being who they are. Newly filed House Bill 470 would penalize and even criminalize health and mental health care workers for providing gender-affirming services. So Fisher and many other young people would no longer be able to talk to a therapist, receive hormone blockers, or any services that help in any way.
Keeping this from being an option, this is actually what is harmful. The kind of critical thing about puberty is it's a wonderful time for you to discover your identity.
Eric Russ, executive director of the Kentucky Psychological Association, says therapists are often families like Fisher's first stop in seeking guidance, often just someone who understands.
The fact that we are now worried about clinicians having to hide their work with a population under the threat of losing their license or being arrested sets a really chilling precedent.
A precedent he worries will lead to further governmental overrides on parents' rights to seek affirming services for their child.
And that's a really, really scary thought.
Fisher's parents say she gave up field hockey this year out of caution, but says she won't give up her identity.
If that means that we have to leave our home, then we will leave our home.
The bill is currently in the House Judiciary Committee. In Louisville, Bobby McSwine, WHAS 11 on your side.
Also, according to a statewide poll conducted just last month by Mason-Dixon, 71% of random Kentucky voters who were surveyed opposed laws that would overrule a parent's decision to obtain health care for their transgender teenager.